Counting calories does not work. I've seen many people say this in videos online that they counted calories, went on a diet, and didn't lose weight, or maybe even maintained or even gained weight, even though they were in a calorie deficit, which can't happen because regardless of whatever diet you do, whether it's keto, you're cutting out lots of carbs, which typically means no more sweets, candies, that type of stuff, and your calorie amount goes down and you're in a deficit. Or you do intermittent fasting and you're cutting out meals, so you're now in a calorie deficit. But the thing that's cool about counting calories is that you're able to eat pretty much what you want as long as those calories are within your daily limit or whatever you decide puts you in that deficit. However, there are two things that can make calorie counting not work. So let's see what that is. We have lots of stuff here on display for you to show you why. Now we have some breakfast cereal here. Lucky Charms, you might be thinking, that's not healthy, which sure, most cereals aren't healthy, it's just sugar. But for our example here, you say, I'm gonna count my calories. So a serving of cereal is 140 calories. So I'm gonna get my cereal. There, got a bowl of cereal, 140 calories, right? But what does it actually say? 140 calories in 36 grams of cereal. So let's take a look at how many grams this actually is. So we'll turn on our scale, zero it out for this bowl, and we have 73 grams, which, if I'm not wrong, 36 times 2, that's 2 servings of cereal. So you thought you're having 140 grams of cereal, or sorry, 140 calories of cereal, but it turns out this is actually 280 grams. So then if you're like, I'm gonna have 2 bowls of cereal today, you have your 2 bowls like this, you're actually 280 calories above what you thought you were having. Aside from milk, and probably not measuring that out either. So that's gonna add even more. So let's move on to something else. You're having your lunch, right? Sandwich, whatever. Decide to have some chips. Let's see, in one serving, 12 chips or 28 grams, 150 calories. So let's see how much that actually is. 28 grams of chips. We have one serving right there, which that doesn't seem terrible. You know, that's a good amount of chips, 150 calories. But the thing is, most people probably don't sit there and measure out their chips. You might just make up your sandwich and you have the bag next to you, and you eat a chip, and you eat a chip, and you keep eating, and they're not really filling, so you just keep eating depending on how long it takes you to eat your meal. You might eat a lot more than you think you did. And that goes along with stuff like peanut butter as well, because you make yourself a peanut butter sandwich. 33 grams is 190 calories. And 33 grams you can go through pretty quick when making a PB&J. So those things add up quick. You could have an extra 100 calories easy right there. So what is next? So this is something I used to really like as a kid, the old oatmeal cream pie. And you know, it's a pretty good sized sandwich right here. But what does this say on the label? We have 110 calories, but wait, that's for 1/3 of the cookie. And it's 330 calories for the whole cookie. Tell me, have you ever opened a packaged cookie and eaten 1/3 of it? I doubt anyone does that. And sure, it's easy to be like, well, I can see that that's per 1/3 cookie. A lot of people, when the smaller packages, when these are bought by themselves, you just see that number real quick. Oh, 110, this is a good snack. And you're eating 200 more calories than you thought. Next up, we have ourselves a nice healthy salad. This is like 250, 275-ish calories. Good amount of food, and a lot of people go to salads because they think, oh, that's a healthy option when I'm dieting. But then we have the dressing. Let's put on what we think would be a normal amount. Raise up the plate a bit here. It's a big plate. And see if that is what an actual serving is. We got our salad here. Let's get our dressing out. And we've got 130 calories per serving. Let's just get what I would get if I was gonna eat this. I like to get it on the whole salad here. And a little bit extra for the parts that I didn't hit. So there, got ourselves a serving. 30 milliliters, which you can use grams, it's a pretty close estimate there, but 42 is how much I put on. So we're looking at almost 50% more. So I think I'm having 130. Turns out I'm having almost 200 calories. So just that amount of dressing I put on the salad there has almost doubled what this actual salad is in terms of calories. So something like this, we've got a serving size is the same amount, 32 grams, but only 30 calories. And this kind of stuff, these balsamics, light balsamics go a long way because you don't need as much. They're really strong in flavor. So easy way to cut down calories there. They add up really quickly. So just from all those things, we've already added in 500-600 calories for the day without even realizing it, even though we thought we're counting calories. But also, we have restaurants, you know, everywhere shows the amount of calories on their foods so that you can keep track of that type of thing. So we have our sandwich here. This is 420 calories. And then a medium fry, which is also 420 calories. So there we have, you know, we're assuming it's the same thing. These are based off of weight of the food. So we're assuming that they're gonna have the exact same size chicken on every sandwich, but of course that's not gonna be the case. So it's an estimate, right? And those calorie amounts for these are just for the plain sandwich and the fries. That's not even considering all the sauces you add on to that afterwards, which can easily get up to like 150 calories per pack. And I've seen people pile a lot of packs on these things. So that's gonna add up even more. And typically people don't even consider sauces when they're counting calories because they think, oh, it's not really that much. And also with the fries, this one's pretty even. I've had some that are kind of low. Some people stack them up and the fries are pouring over. So you might have 420, you might have 375, you might have 500, depending on who puts these in, because I'm pretty sure they're not back there weighing the fries as they scoop them in here. It all depends on who's serving you. Just off the top of my mind, when I go to Panda Express and it says a serving of rice is this much weight, or I was about to say money, a serving of rice is this many calories, they are putting a ton of rice on there, and I can guarantee you at almost every Asian type of place you go, you're probably getting a lot more rice than you think. And the same goes for Chipotle. You get guacamole, it says there's a certain amount of calories. Some of those people scoop a ton on there and you're probably getting 100 or 200 more calories than you actually thought. So it really comes down to number one is user error. If you're not actually weighing out what you're eating and you're just relying on these things that you see from restaurants, you're making a guess. And that's probably the main reason why counting calories isn't working for you. But even if you do have this stuff down, the second reason is that the FDA actually allows food labels to be off by up to 20%. So we've already seen we were off a lot on all these guesses that we made. But then keep in mind that this 330 calories, this could be off by 20%. So there could be 66 more calories in this than we actually thought. And that can go for all this. So consider the cereal. We had 280 calories when we thought it was 140, but that might be less than what it actually is. There could be an extra 20% on top of that. So keeping in mind that counting calories is a ballpark to give you an estimate of what's high in calorie, what's low in calorie. I can eat grilled chicken instead of fried chicken and save calories. I can eat low-fat milk instead of high-fat milk and save calories. It helps you understand how many calories in various things so that you can figure out how many you need. And when it comes down to it, if you're not losing weight, then it's probably, no, it's not probably, it's because you're eating more calories than you think you are. And even though it might not sound fun when it comes down to it, you just have to cut more calories out until you see the scale start to move in the direction that you want. But if you have any questions about this or calories or what kind of foods you should eat, I have all kinds of low-calorie recipes on the channel to help you out with that. I have fast food series showing what I eat at different fast food places like Chick-fil-A, McDonald's, Taco Bell, Zaxby's. I've done a lot of them. It'll help you out with figuring out what are better options for when you go out places, because there's always better options everywhere you go. So hit a like if you like this video, if it was helpful. Leave a comment with anything you want, hopefully that's nice, down below. Subscribe if you're new. Check out Instagram for a lot of other content, and I'll see y'all in the next one.